Do not adjust your sets. This is the end of June. Glorious British weather. Absolutely soaked already. It's been a while since I've done a video. I think November was probably the last one. Had a bit of a break due to various life stuff sort of getting in the way. It's meant we haven't been able to get up. Although I did come up a couple of months ago back in the spring, because I had planned to do a 5 video special along the Cumbria Way with a video each day, but failed miserably after the first day. Just really underestimated the effort involved, and I think packed far too much kit really. So yeah, give that one another try sometime. But today we are just in Hartsop, parked at the Cowbridge car park, and we are doing well, red Screes ultimately, but we're going up high Hartsop Dodd first, little Hart Crag, red Screes itself, and then middle Dodd. So yeah, I think this one, looking at the OS map and a few other videos I've seen online, is a pretty steep ascent at the start. I mean, I have wore shorts stupidly, thinking, oh, it's June, it must be fine to wear shorts, but kind of regretting my choice already. But hopefully should help with the mobility a bit on the on the steep ascent. So just walking up towards the edge of Brothers Water now, and then we should start the ascent going up to Hartsop Dodd, the first fell of the day. I'll speak to you again as we get a bit further along the walk. So we're just on the way up high Hartsop Dodd now, and believe it or not, I've actually had to put the down jacket on underneath this because the rain just, I mean, this is waterproof, but the sort of rain was that bad. The you know, the coat's saturated on the outside and it's just pressing it against my chest. It was absolutely freezing, so yeah, put the down on. So yeah, it's pretty steep going up here, as you can see. Might not be able to appreciate it on the camera. That is quite a kick up here, and then just over my shoulder there, you'll probably be able to see Brothers Water, formerly called Broadwater, but the name of it changed in the 1800s because 2 brothers tragically drowned in there, lost their lives, so the lake was renamed in their honour. So I think there's schools of trout in there, and it's possibly a fishing spot, I think, 'cause it's got the little fish icon on the OS map, but that's not my bag. So yeah, just continuing up here with Chris and Key today. No George the dog, giving him a rest. Not that he needs it, he normally runs rings around us, but yeah, he's not joining us today. We'll put the camera away for now as I'm struggling to talk, and speak again when we're a little bit nearer the top. Hartsop Dodd over my shoulder there after too much gassing on the way up, and stopped for some of Key's amazing biltong he's made. Absolutely superb. Should package that and sell it online. If future business plan. So yeah, high Hartsop Dodd, Hartsop meaning Valley of the Deer, and there are still deer that roam around here, particularly over that way. There's some drone footage on a video, what will it be, 2 videos ago now by the time I post this one, when we did, me and Key did Brock Crags, and there's a herd of deer that are running away from my troublesome drone. You see a stag just perched on the crest of one of the fells there. So yeah, they do still populate this area. So we're just heading up this way, and then we'll drop down onto Scandale Pass, bit of a col there, and then work our way up to Red Screes, which is the highest point of the day. And you can see the way we're going to come down here actually, Middle Dodd, and then this descent here, which looks pretty steep, to be honest, and pretty grassy from over here, so might be a bit slick underfoot. And today I've got not only have I got my shorts on, I've also got trainers on. They're pretty good, to be honest. The Saucony, I'm sure how you pronounce it, but they are just trail runners, to be honest. But the Gore-Tex, and they've got decent lugs on the bottom. So I haven't seen me wrong so far, but yeah, the true test I think will be when we're coming down, and if the grass is pretty slick underfoot. So watch this space. Might be an extensive bloopers reel at the end. So yeah, just working our way up towards Scandale Pass now. It is a bit cloudy on top, so we'll see what the weather holds as we continue onwards. So I've just done Wainwright number 2 of the day, Little Hart Crag, and it is, as you can see, pretty clagged in. Genuinely feels like it's winter. You just see gorillas in the mist there, just about. So we just need to find the Scandale Pass now, which should be around here somewhere, but we need to be careful really, easy to get lost when it's like this.
No, but I don't think you'd get foxes this high up.
Deceased Herdwick there. Don't know what's had that, because it smells like it's relatively recent. See its head there, obviously its rib cage. Oh, absolutely stinks. Get away from it before I get some kind of disease. Just walking along the Scandale Pass here, and there's a tumble down dry stone wall here. Gotta watch me step though, because it's a bit boggy. Even though the weather is terrible, it is. If you told me it was January, I'd believe you. It is great to be back out on the fells. Don't realise how much you miss it until you get back up here, and you know, whatever troubles or bothers you might have back at home just seem to evaporate when you're up here. Even when you can't see much. I think it's just the sort of, you know, sense of freedom, and being out here just sort of drives the release of endorphins in your brain, and you really do feel like a weight's being lifted, to be honest. So yeah, like I say, can't see much at all, but still enjoying ourselves. Keep the legs moving, because temperature does soon drop once you stop moving. So we'll continue along here. I thought this col would be a bit more of a drop, to be honest, but it's been pretty easy going so far, and then we should begin the ascent up to Red Screes soon, which in fact I think is, just as I say it, is starting in front of us here. So yeah, up here, and then across to Middle Dodd, and then yeah, back to the car and the boozer. I think we'll go the Brothers Water Inn, I think it is, just at the bottom. Got a little campsite behind it as well, actually, so I might have a look at that for future stays. As I said at the start of the video, I did attempt to do the Cumbria way, but was massively underprepared. So what I'm probably going to do over the summer is come out and do a wild camp. Might even do Red Screes itself, because what you can do is park opposite the Kirkstone Pass in, and I think by doing that you've already ascended about 1500 feet, and it's just a quick sort of pop up Red Screes, and then pitch your tent up there. So easy access and easy escape, more importantly, if things go wrong. So we'll see what it's like up here, if it's decent for pitching a tent. Not that I'll be able to discern much in this weather, but yeah, see what we can see. Hopefully this cloud blows off so we can at least get one view at some point today. So we've just done Red Screes there, bit of a non-event really with it being so clagged in. I was just saying to the lads that when it is as clagged in as this, you sort of, you know, you're just walking up constantly and then you just happen upon the top all of a sudden, and it sort of takes something away from it really, because you know, you lose that sense of anticipation of, you know, seeing what you're aiming for, and you know, working towards it, and knowing that you're getting, you know, knowing that you're getting nearer. Obviously you know you're getting nearer when you're walking through the clag, but you know, you don't know how much nearer, so yeah, it takes away a bit of the enjoyment really. So yeah, that was Red Screes, highest point of the day. So it gets its name from, well, as it implies, I think one of the scree slopes here has like a reddish hue, but no chance of seeing it today, so you just have to take my word for it. And I think it was formerly called Snarker Pike, S-N-A-R-K-E-R, which has got its etymology in Old English, I think. The word snarker, S-N-A-C-A, which means snake pike. So snarker pike actually means snake pike. And then as recently as the 1700s, I think 1746, there's a reference to Red Screes being called snake pike. So I've not seen any snakes up here myself, but I think it is known for adders in the Lake District. But yeah, never seen one for the whole time I've been coming the lakes. So we'll just have to believe Wikipedia on that one. So just continuing down towards the final fell of the day now, Middle Dodd, and then I think it's a pretty, you know, it's a pretty simple, if steep, descent back to the car. So no sooner have we done Red Screes than we've done the final fell of the day, Middle Dodd. And I was hoping that down there we'll be able to see into the Kirkstone Pass, but alas, no views at all today. We did drive down the Kirkstone Pass on the way in, and past the Kirkstone Pass in, which is completely closed now. So I've been wondering what was going on with it for a while, because I've heard it was reopening. It's not reopening. Google says it's permanently closed, so I asked on a forum I'm part of, the Black Clan, which is Glenn of Black Crag, his channel, the Patreon Facebook group there. Just asked those learned individuals if they knew what was going on with it, and a couple of people said sadly it's shut forever, and it's being ripped out and turned into accommodation, which I've seen sort of elsewhere to other pubs in the lakes. A real shame, to be honest. There's a lot of history to the Kirkstone Pass in. I think it dates back to the 1500s possibly. Has connections to local monastery or church. I think maybe even the nuns lived in it, possibly. Could have that wrong. I'll have to double check that. And then yeah, because the Kirkstone Pass was a popular route with drovers back in the day, it became an inn, and it's been, you know, popular over the years. So yeah, I think it's the highest pub in Cumbria and the second highest in the UK. I think there's one over Derbyshire way possibly that's higher still. So yeah, real shame when pubs close. I think you know, I joke about, you know, how much we love going for a pint, which we do, but I think, you know, pubs are a real part of our national identity, a real you know, community focal point, and bits of living history, to be honest. You know, really interesting stories behind a lot of them. Really old buildings, interesting interiors, and you know, you meet interesting people in there. So, you know, support your local, because if we don't use them, we will lose them. So yeah, go and have a pint in your local today if you're passing. So rant over. We're just beginning the steep descent down Middle Dodd here, and it is starting to clear up a little bit, the Crag, so got more of a firm idea of where we're going. Just take it easy, step by step. Watch out for any slick grass, because as I say, I am only in my, my trail runner trainers here. This is the first time I've used them on the fells, so this will be the true litmus test. So watch me step, hopefully survive until the bottom. So in true Lakes fashion, as soon as we start to finish the walk, the clouds all clear, and you can see it's just opened up all in front of us here. Distinctive shape of Brothers Water in front of us, deep dale, Hartsop above How, you've got Place Fell at the end, Angletown Pikes, and then Hartsop Dodd just here. So yeah, you can see the road snaking its way through. Just got to really watch the step though coming down here. Been a few rocks, they're not too wet to be honest, considering the amount it was raining before. I think it's just because of the heat, it's you know, it's dried up, but well, you know, when they're like that and they're wet, they can just be like glass. Similarly with the grass, I mean, it's not too bad here, but when you're walking down grass and it's sort of pointed away from you and flattened down, it can be like you're walking over an oil slick, so you really can't go on your backside. So best put the camera down before I go on my own backside, and probably pick up again once we get to the valley floor here. So we should rejoin the path we came up on, work our way back through the woods on the left side of Brothers Water there, and then the car park is somewhere just at the end, and then the white building you can see is the Brothers Water Inn, where I think we're going to stop for a quick pint. You can just see the campsite behind it there. So yeah, pick it up again down on the valley floor. So we deviated from the path slightly as we were concentrating on our footing coming down. So we're just wandering through this field here. These trees look like something you'd find in Greece. Wizened and dried up. Loads of sheep. But really got to watch your step because there's loads of little ankle snapping holes. And the ferns are getting taller here, so probably absolutely mauled to death by the tick army. I'll have a check when we get into the pub. Not that I've brought anything to remove them. So hopefully I don't get bitten. So yeah, there's a little beck just here. And I think the path should materialise any second now. And then just take us back down the valley there, back through the woods that we came up. Little bone there from a sheep, I assume. So yeah, you can see the reeds starting to appear here as we get nearer to the water. So nearly back. stumbled across this open door. Probably found an axe murderer in here. Yeah, it looks pretty unsafe, that floor. It's all totally dry stone. Looks like the beams have been replaced there more recently. But this floor looks pretty old and unsafe. Looks like it's just a wood store under there. Loads of rubbish. Nothing too exciting or terrifying. So back on a proper path now. It was a bit boggy back there, but we're pretty much in the bottom of the valley now. Some more interesting trees here. Absolutely cannot identify them, so don't ask me to. They are a bit weird, aren't they? Got sort of this one's got like leaves on the internal boughs, and then the outer branches are all pretty bare. Yeah, no idea what it is though. A few ferns back there, a few reeds, a bit boggy. I'm gonna go through more ferns here, but I don't think I've been assaulted by the ticks as I was worried about before. Birds are tweeting, feels more like summer now. Still cloudy, but it's pretty muggy now, really humid. I'm not sure what the temperature is. Let me check on my phone. It is 14 degrees, 8 minutes past 2, so what we've been walking, the watch says 5 hours 16 minutes. Should be another 10-15 minutes and we'll be back at the car and then off for a pint. Loads of these huge boulders in this this field here, pointed over there. There isn't one there, all over here. So I assume, and obviously correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, that they were left here as glaciers moved their way down the valley, and it just makes you stop and think, you know, how huge, vast the glaciers must have been. To, well, firstly push things of that weight, but you know, to fill this valley blows the mind really. Just to try and think what the landscape looked like at that time. I can't even comprehend it, to be honest. Two chaps obviously having the same deep geological thoughts as me. Probably know far more than I do. Nice big trees there, and there's a nice cool breeze blowing through. More signs of life as we get near to the forest and the well, more of a woods really, and the home straight. So just in the woods now, along the shores of Brothers Water. Nice and cool in here. So not too far from the end of the walk, so seems like a good point to stop the video here. We're going to stay in YHA Hawkshead tonight, where we stayed with Harry, Chris's son, and Esme, my daughter, when we did the Loughrig walk. We stayed in like the little sort of shed pod things that time, but treating ourselves to a bit of luxury and staying in the prison beds inside this time. I can't knock it really. Always decent value, and you know, we're only throwing our heads down in there. So yeah, I'll say goodbye for this one. Going on holidays over like the next month or so, me and Chris, at various times. So probably won't get on a Wainwrights walk together, maybe until September. Maybe squeeze one in July. It's August, we're going on holiday. But what I am planning on doing is, as I said earlier, doing a wild camp somewhere. So probably in this area again. Maybe Red Screes or Angletown Pikes, somewhere up there. But I think Angletown Pikes is a popular area for wild campers, so might have a little research online and see if there's you know, some lesser known areas where I can be miserable and undisturbed on my own. So we'll see how that goes. So hopefully have a video out again in July in one form or another. So yeah, I'll see you then.